day 952. No, day 5. Just a few days later, I'm getting back to this project, because, wow, did I have a couple of work days. So yay, back to thinking about other fun things in between. I've got the yes, okay, that looks like that. And then I did this for a handle. It's actually canvas. So where I was worried about the wear and tear, fabric rather than, cording or whatever, but it's canvas, so it's actually pretty strong material. And I used the same material as the trim for the pins. Beep. Shoot. Right. So now I have to sew this one up, make a tube, flip it around inside out, put it in the same places, but same distances, but on the other side. And God, it's gonna be one of those days. Maybe I shouldn't film too much today. Then I just was tearing up a bunch of stuff, so my nose is really dusty. And I was getting my fabric ready for the retreat. I have now narrowed it down to 2 projects, but I just found another bag that thinks it wants to go with me. So 2 or 3 projects to go to the retreat. But I'm getting ready. I don't leave until about 2 weeks from now. But I do have to make a trip before that one. So I'm going on a short trip, getting another plane, short trip, well, medium-sized trip. But this bag was supposed to be, in my mind, ready for that trip. It's what I want to have as my carry-on. So I still have like a week and something to do it, but I could probably, in theory, if I didn't have my livelihood to interrupt my use of the fabric I buy with my livelihood, I would have this done today. But it may be tomorrow. I'll see how much I can get done in between, folks. Alrighty, I'm going to do some sewing, flip it through, and then see if it all attaches well. And give it a try with all the fabric I plan on taking to them. Well, better to use the stuff I already have than buy more, right? Maybe? Probably. Here it is. I turned it right side out. I am going to iron it before I actually sew it in place, but it's just a tube with the heart fabric and the canvas. I've decided I'm not going to play what's known as bobbin chicken. All I have left is this little tiny bit of thread. It probably could make it around the top of the bag, but just in case, I don't think I'm going to do that. Take the color I've used for most of the bag. It's on its last legs. Put it in the thread drawer. And use a much larger, larger, darker thread to sew along the whole top. So I'm going to change the color for the top. It'll still blend really nicely. Shouldn't stand out too much against any of the browns. It might show up again a little against the teal or turquoisey color, but that shouldn't be too bad. And stringing my toy up. Okay. So maybe I can do this without doing all this licking and multi-tries and all that if I have a nice clean cut first try. Yes. Magic. It's so awesome when that happens. First time. Okay, so that's gonna sit there for a minute. First I drop the strap on the floor. Orange crackle. Okay. spaced evenly, as close to even as anything on this bag is. Okay. Well, some of the stitches came out. Guess I'll be sewing it on the inside anyway. Okay, I'm gonna iron this and then sew it into the bag. No, 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 I didn't do it again. No, I didn't do it again. I have no idea what that cracking noise was. Well, good news is you can stop right here. Let's put over at it. Let's put over at it. Ta-da! Snaps, so I could make the bag wide open or a little bit more closed. The pattern actually had the snaps in here. If I paid a little bit more attention, and it was in the picture, like there was an actual picture of it, so I should have been able to read that. And it snaps over here. We did discuss the fact that one is a little higher than the other. Back around the front. Ta-da! Ta-da! Inside, we have a large zipper pocket. I think I showed this earlier. It was not quite as wide as the bag, etc., etc., and I was gonna do whatever it was I was gonna do. Well, I just sewed it right to the bag. I didn't do the fancy thing I thought I was gonna have to do. And I made, sewing, I couldn't figure out what this was. It's pretty solid, albeit floppy, for the bottom of the bag. So it would hopefully hold the corners out. I may have to do a little hand stitching just to like keep this from making me crazy down the road, since there's so many layers and so many corners and so much finagling that I don't want to shove through the sewing machine, especially not one I know can handle it. My other machine could. Oh yeah, and I get to get that set up again. finish my friend's quilt. I got distracted by the sewing machine breaking. So it sort of sits a little flatter across the bottom now. Yeah, you can see it back there. It does actually have some sitting and standing ability now. When I get it all straightened out. There's a big old lump right here. Come on. Anyway, you can see the vision. Large bag. Ready to be a carry-on. Carry lots of fabric to retreat. Woo! Ta-da! And I don't know how all the cuts and breaks in the filming end up being edited out, but yay, editor. And thank you for watching.